Chris, have a seat.
Hello.
It's so nice to have you here.
Yeah, it's so good to be here. How are you?
What a wonderful song this is.
Yes. I really enjoy singing it. It's one of my favorite songs.
You've been singing it quite a few times.
I have. And it never loses that feeling.
What does it mean to you?
It means keeping promises or trying your best to, you know. It means, well, to me, it actually means it's about a conversation that I had with my fiance. And it's not about, you know, a lot of people think it's about marriage. A lot of people think it's about, you know, love, true love. Really what it is, it's about a promise, a bond that you have with a friend. And you're just basically saying, I'm never going to leave you alone. I'm never going to let you stand there by yourself. I'm never going to leave you hanging.
This conversation you had before the accident.
Oh, yeah. I mean, plenty of times. We, you know.
Because you had been together for
6 years before the accident.
Before this happened. And you were waiting at home, and it was quite late. It was October 2009.
2009.
And you heard about the accident.
Yeah, I got a phone call from her mom at about 5 o'clock in the morning. And I knew it was something bad because she wasn't home. She was supposed to be home an hour. I was sleeping at the time. And, yeah, I got the phone call, and our lives changed forever. It was really...
You went to the hospital, and you got this terrible message that we can do nothing.
Right.
She was in a coma. What did you say? What did you think?
I don't even know what went through my mind. I think it was a bunch of profanity that went through my mind at first, but really it was just heartache and disbelief. My heart hurt, but I just couldn't believe it at the same time. It was a surreal experience. I was like caught in the middle of feeling completely lost and feeling really confident. So.
Confident?
Confident that she was going to wake up.
Okay.
I just kind of felt like...
You didn't believe them?
Yeah, I kind of felt like...
Because they kind of said that she's never going to wake up, did they?
Well, they said that she was... They thought she was going to die, really. They said she was going to die. And then they said if she wasn't going to die, then she never was going to be the same, or she would be a vegetable. They didn't say it quite like that, but in so many words.
This is how you understood it.
And
but you would never left her at that time.
No, they didn't know who she was before the accident. She wasn't the type of girl that would just give up like that. You know, she was pretty stubborn.
Could you describe her, Juliana? How was she before the accident?
Absolutely beautiful in every single way. She lit up the room. We
have pictures of her and you.
Yeah. I had no idea what she was doing with a guy like me.
Really?
Honestly, like, we would walk into places and she just was the most beautiful person there. And everybody saw it, you know.
Was she strong as a personality, or?
She was the strongest personality.
That's what you knew, that she would wake up.
Oh, yeah. I knew that she was going to wake up. I knew that, you know, whatever road they had in front of her, if she wasn't going to walk it, she was going to wheel it. And if she couldn't wheel it, she'd drag it. And if she couldn't drag it, she knew that I was going to carry her. So we were good together in that way. And, you know, her personality was incredible. She was the lead singer of my band. You know, she was the personality in our relationship. She was it. So
when did she wake up? Because you were the one that knew best.
She woke up about a month and 2 weeks after the accident. It was like November 15th, I think the date was. She actually started to show signs of movement and show signs that she was listening to me.
Had you been talking to her all that time?
We all were. Our whole family, all of our friends. She had 100 people in the waiting room for a whole month, every single day. She was something special. We were talking to her while she was sleeping, or while she was in a coma. But it wasn't until
you were even playing on your guitar and singing.
Was.
Where she was lying there.
I was. And,
when she woke up, what was the first thing that happened?
I guess there's a little bit of a story. The doctor said that she needed to go to a nursing home because she wasn't responding to their requests. You know, they were asking her to do specific things, and I wanted her to go to a rehab. But they said, how can she go to a rehab if she can't follow directions?
It's quite a big difference.
Yeah.
future or not future.
Well, that's what it felt like to me. And I remember looking at the phone and calling her mom, getting ready to call her mom, and looking at this phone and going, hey, it has a camera on it. And I thought to myself, I bet I can tape her doing everything that I ask, because I feel like I can get her to move. Her mom can get her to move. Let's just tape it. So that night I started taping her movements, and I started taping me asking her things, and she was moving. She was doing everything that I was asking her to. And we made a DVD and we gave it to the neurologist, and her jaw hit the ground and she changed all the notes, and the next week she went to a rehab, and they gave her this medicine and her eyes opened up. And she didn't start speaking until, I want to say, 3 months after the fact, after her accident. And I remember that very distinctly because...
what did she say?
She said, Mom. I think she said Mom, or Ah. But it was the first time I had heard her voice. And it was the most beautiful thing. I can't even describe what it felt like to hear it after not hearing it for 3 months. I cried so hard. It was incredible.
I've seen a video also, because they are on YouTube, and you can see when she's speaking, and it's not like she's not the person she was before,
No.
on the outside anyway.
No.
But is she has her personality? Could you...
There are, yeah, you know...
Is this the same person?
There are things about her that I definitely see. I don't expect her to ever really come back to me that way.
Did you be at first, did you?
Yeah.
You thought that?
Oh, absolutely. I felt like I had to believe it. You know, you can't just accept, you know, what they say that's going to happen, and you can't accept that, you know, it's going to be this way forever. You have to believe that it's going to get better. If you don't, then...
You give up.
You give up, and you can't give the best to that person. And I want to give 100%. And I want her to see that so that it inspires her to give 100%. If she looks at the people around her and she sees that, wow, these people believe in me, maybe I should start believing in myself. That's the goal. You want to inspire someone and you want to motivate them. But, I mean, God bless her, and she's I'm so proud of her. She's doing so many things that the doctor said she never would. But is she who she was even inside? I think that's, you know, only time will tell if she ever will get there. But right now, I think it's impossible for her to be that person.
But you gave her a promise, and she gave you a promise. Could have been you too. You never know, because this conversation you had before the accident. It's a very special promise.
Yeah. I mean, we never sat down and said, if you get a brain injury, you know, I mean, we've joked around, what if I was burned from head to toe? Would you still love me? You know, I mean, and our answers were funny, but at the same time, we meant it. It's just, you know, hey, I'll always love you, you know, and you'll never be alone if that's what you're worried about.
It's quite unusual, I think, that people have that kind of conversation.
I don't know why. Maybe it's because my mother's a nurse, or maybe it's because, I don't know, maybe we were watching a program on TV, but it just kind of came up. And, you know, the promise wasn't just based off of that conversation. The promise was based off of our entire relationship. I mean, so many times we were worried, you know, are we going to last? We're young. We got together when we were really young. We're about to get married. Will we be together forever, you know? And basically the promise was just to do the best we absolutely could. So
I know that you are very important as her mother, and I suppose there are other people too, for her recovery. And she walks a little bit now, and she speaks, and she has even a blog.
Yeah, she types.
She types?
Yeah, I think that's the most important thing to her right now, is being able to go on Facebook or go on some sort of social media, or just to go on her blog and just talk. Because, you know, her speaking for her in person is very hard, and not many people really understand her, and it's really difficult for her and challenging. It's hard to go to like bars, or hard to go to a movie, or any place that's semi-loud.
Could you describe a normal day, what you do?
Yeah, I mean, when I am home, I wake up with her in the morning. She wakes me up about 3 or 4 times throughout the night. But when we finally wake up, we go to the restroom, the toilet, and we freshen her up, and she gets ready for her day, and then we get her to walk down the stairs, and that's a little bit of a process, you know. She has
exercise.
It's exercise. It's really hard, and it takes patience, and it takes patience on the caregiver. But she gets down the stairs, she has breakfast, she tells me exactly what she wants, you know, and she, before it used to be us trying to get her to feed herself, now she just does it on her own. So, and then she goes to the bathroom again afterwards, and then goes right to the computer and wants to go on Facebook and communicate with all her friends, and it's awesome.
What has happened to you through this process?
I have acquired patience I never thought that I would ever have as a person. I think that I found things out about myself that I never thought would ever even exist in my soul. And I also, you know, with the past year, I think I've done a lot of grieving, you know, finally realizing this whole situation. And
not before, but now.
Yeah, now. And it took me a while to accept and believe what people were telling me, that just because I accept that she's never going to be the same doesn't mean that I'm giving up. And it took a while, because it sure as heck felt like giving up.
Because it was almost forbidden to think that.
It was forbidden to think that she would never come back.
So what do you think about, this is what she is today. I think we have some other pictures. But what do you think about the future? Family?
I mean, we talk about it all the time, and you know, there's a lot of things that are personal to her that I know she probably wouldn't want me to share, so I'm not going to. But I can tell you that we have some pretty incredible conversations, and she wants the best for me, and I want the best for her, and the goal is to live with each other and, you know, be a strong support system for ourselves, her family, my family, and the future always looks bright. I mean, she's so confident now that she finally believes me from 9 years ago when I said, hey, I'm not leaving. And it's true.
Does that mean that you can't fall in love with somebody else?
I don't know. I don't know what that means. If that, I know that she says if I was to ever fall in love with anybody else, she would hate them. But she says she would be happy for me. She also says that that person would probably hate her. And I said, why do you think that? And she goes, because you're never going to stop loving me. So she has this really unique perspective on the whole thing. You know, but it's hard to be open to meeting someone, because they have to be okay with the fact that I'm going to love this person and take care of this person. They're going to be in my life. It's like, hey, do you want to go on a date with me and my fiance? So I mean, it's pretty hard to kind of wrap your head around.
But what has she given to you?
Who, Juliana? Oh, she's given me support. She's given me freedom. She's given me the permission to feel okay with this situation. And it's if someone who is so vulnerable and hurt, if she can look at herself and go, I understand, then it's okay for me to understand too.
It's a very beautiful and interesting story, because you never know what's going to happen in life.
No, you don't.
Chris, I'm so glad you came, and we are going to hear you sing together with a friend.
Yeah.
Getty Domain, who is a popular artist here. He has also an incredible story to tell.
I know.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
I have some other English-spoken friends here. I have two actors, och nu kan jag faktiskt prata svenska till er. Två skådespelare från Downton Abbey som kommer att komma hit och berätta om den otroligt populära serien om överklassen och tjänstefolket. Den visas idag i 100 länder. Miljoner människor tittar på detta romantiska drama.